Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Benjamin, and I'm the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. And yes, with the way events are unfolding at the Presidential Election Tribunal, many Nigerians expect that Akwa Ibom and Bayelsa states, which were formerly declared to have been won by PDP candidate Atiku, will be declared for Labour Party's Peter Obi. But before I break that down, let me quickly inform you that the unrest in Nigeria over the fuel subsidy removal continues. As a matter of fact, nationwide darkness looms because electricity workers now don't talk say they go mobilize to join the strike. And many APC chieftains like El Rufai, Ganduje have come out to say fuel subsidy removal is good, that it will benefit Nigerians in the long run. And Nigerians were shocked because the same chieftains, especially El Rufai, that blasted Jonathan, former President Jonathan, because of subsidy removal. In fact, he every day continued bashing him on Twitter. He's now coming out to tell Nigerians that subsidy removal will benefit them. Trust Nigerians now. They blasted him. Some even went and dug out his old tweets when Jonathan removed subsidy. See the tweet. El Rufai tweeted. He said, NLC and TUC will jointly issue directives on national strike, street demonstrations, and mass protests will commence. No surrender, no retreat. It is tragic that the GEJ government has become the greatest source of insecurity in the country and the spring of danger to the Nigerian National NLC. The NLC also calls on the police, armed forces, and other security personnel not to accept any order to shoot Nigerians or hurt them. NLC. That was El Rufai encouraging labor and trade unions to go on strike, encouraging police to support them, to turn the country upside down when Jonathan removed subsidy in 2012. You see, Nigerians don't go dig out in old tweets. So they say, El Rufai, you don't have the moral right to educate people on the importance of subsidy. I beg, shut up. Now let's get to the issue of Akwa Ibom and Bayelsa results. Now, if we are to be completely honest with ourselves, as we drew near to the 2023 presidential election, there were states that we did not only expect His Excellency Peter Obi to win, we expected him to win with an extremely large margin, maybe like over 75% of the votes. Yes. And those states include every single state, read my lips, every single state in the southeast and the south-south, regardless of who is governor, regardless of which party the governor belongs to. Yes. So when we saw Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom's presidential results going to PDP, we knew there was something terribly wrong. How can Atiku defeat Obi in Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom, even though Akwa Ibom had a PDP governor? Those were some of the most obedient states in this country. And I'm not being biased. If Obi won in Kano and Katsina, I would have suspected Labour Party too. I only expected votes from there. I never expected him to win. Now the same principle now applied to Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom. Yes. And so many Nigerians believe say now Obi win for Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom state. And you cannot blame them. Everybody don't see wetin dey happen even before the election. And it's so crazy that in Akwa Ibom state, Obi no even get 25%. He couldn't even get 25% of the votes. Haba, that is laughable. Haba, even if una want do something, una no go do the one where they believable. We'll talk about Rivers State tomorrow. Today we are talking about Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom. We don't talk about those states enough. Every time now Rivers. Now we dey always talk. How about Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom? Let's look at those states. And the confusion has been lingering on ever since the results came out. But luckily for us, Obi has tendered the forms EC8 for Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom before the tribunal. And the tribunal don't accept the forms. By now, everybody knows say form EC8. Now the forms will contain the original result from polling units. I believe every polling unit result in those states, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, dey inside those documents wey Obi don tender and wey court don accept. The document has the signature of INEC. It has the signature of all the party reps. Na im make court collect am say na valid document. So make dem count am. If we cannot do the right counting in polling units, then let's bring all the forms to court. Let us count the forms in court before everybody. Because we don't understand what we are seeing again. And desperate times demand desperate measures. That's why the man came to court and tendered the physical results before everybody to see. So we dey wait, make them count am. That one now they excite obedience. People cannot wait for the court to begin that process. Oh, the heat is on. Now, in other news, Bayo Ononuga, one of the spokespersons of the APC, has come out to say that the NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, is plotting with Labour Party to destabilize Tinubu's government. And when I read it, I just shook my head. Because this is the problem with many people in this country. When the NLC was announcing their decision to go on strike on Wednesday, they highlighted many issues. Number one, they said they wanted to go on strike because the pump price of 540 naira per litre is not commensurate with the minimum wage, 30,000 naira. And they brought out a list of the pump price in most countries of the world and their minimum wage. And we saw that our own, the relationship, the disparity in Nigeria's own no even make sense. And they said so many states were not even paying that 30,000 naira minimum wage. Then secondly, they said the NNPC that fixed that price does not even have the legal right to fix pump price. And according to our laws, NNPC does not have legal right to fix pump price. That was the number 2 item. Number 3, they said the subsidy regime itself needed to be probed. That a lot of things have happened there that the government needs to really probe, not just to sweep it under the carpet. They raised many vital issues that anybody that loves this country and really wants this country to move forward would like to look at. But no, Bayo Ononuga ignored all the issues they raised and say it is Labour Party. Before you know it now, he will say it is His Excellency Peter Obi that is telling them to go on strike. That is the level that we have descended. That is how low we have come in this country. That people who have been given the stage, people who have been given the mic to speak, now people wey no get sense. If no be problem when Nigeria enter, this kind man wey no get sense, now they will come dey give stage, say make e dey talk. Now Wednesday, now NLC say they won't go strike. Before that time, maybe them and government would have reached some sort of agreement. Whether they reach agreement or whether they no reach agreement or that one no concern obedience. Waiting concern obedience. Now the case where the tribunal. Tomorrow now Monday, His Excellency Peter Obi will be in court again, and I go bring you updates. But make I forfeit bring you updates. I need to enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Nah, I dey here. So don't go away.